Hello everyone. Now today we are going to start a new topic of the chapter 4, that is laboratory thermometer. As we have learned in the last video, clinical thermometer, it is used to measure the temperature of humans and animals body. But we can't use a clinical thermometer for measuring the temperature of any other substance. So there is one more type of thermometer which we can use for measuring the temperature of any other substance, which is known as laboratory thermometer. And this thermometer you can find in your school lab. Now the structure of a laboratory thermometer. You can see in the diagram the structure of a laboratory thermometer. In this thermometer, this thermometer, it is also made up of a long and narrow glass tube like a clinical thermometer. At the one end of this glass tube, there is a bulb. Inside the glass tube, a very thin capillary tube is present. Similar to clinical thermometer, the bulb is filled with mercury and capillary tube also filled with mercury. And similar to clinical thermometer, a scale is also present on the laboratory thermometer. And the range of this Celsius scale on the laboratory thermometer, that is minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. So you can see the structure of a laboratory thermometer, it is almost similar to clinical thermometer. But there are some differences in the structure of laboratory thermometer from clinical thermometer. These are the range of laboratory thermometer, that is minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. It means we can measure the temperature of any substance from minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius by using laboratory thermometer, because we can measure the temperature by using a clinical thermometer from 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius, or on Fahrenheit scale, that is 94 degree Fahrenheit to 108 degree Fahrenheit. But we can measure the temperature by using a laboratory thermometer from minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degree Celsius. It means higher temperature. And when we learned about clinical thermometer, in the clinical thermometer, king is present, but in the structure of a laboratory thermometer, king is absent. That's why when we take out the laboratory thermometer from the water or from any other substance which is in the temperature we are measuring, immediately the mercury level fall or rise because king is absent. Next difference, the clinical thermometer, it is much shorter than the laboratory thermometer. That's why the laboratory thermometer, it is much longer than the clinical thermometer. So example like water, if you are measuring the temperature of water, so while taking the reading of temperature of water, we can't take out the thermometer from the water, because as we take out the thermometer from the water, immediately the mercury level start to fall or rise because king is absent. So we have to take the thermometer in the contact of water or any other substance whose temperature we are measuring. And we can see uh, it is not convenient to use a laboratory thermometer for measuring the temperature of humans and animals body, because for measuring the temperature of humans and animals body we have to take out the thermometer from their mouth. But in the laboratory thermometer, the thermometer, it should be in the contact of the substance. So laboratory thermometer, it is not convenient for measuring the temperature of humans and animals body. We can measure the temperature only on other substances other than humans and animals body. Now our next topic is precautions while using a laboratory thermometer. So when we are using a laboratory thermometer for measuring the temperature of any other substance, we have to adopt some precautions like a clinical thermometer. So there are some precautions like, first, while measuring the temperature, the bulb of the thermometer should be kept vertical and in contact with the object whose temperature is to be measured. So always the bulb of the thermometer should be in the substance, and always it should be in vertical position, not be tilted, because and always it should be in contact with the object whose temperature is to be measured. So the bulb of the laboratory thermometer always should be in the contact of the substance whose temperature we are measuring, because we are saying the kink is absent. So when we take out the laboratory thermometer from the substance, immediately the mercury level will fall or rise, because kink is absent. So always we have to measure the temperature when this bulb of the thermometer it is in contact of the object whose temperature we are measuring. Next precaution, it should not touch the bottom or the sides of the container. The bulb of the thermometer or the laboratory thermometer, if in the contact, always it should be in the contact of the substance, and it should not touch the bottom of the substance, and it should not the sides of the container, because the reading will be changed. Next precaution, the eye of the observer and mercury in the capillary tube should be at the same level. When we are measuring the temperature and while taking the reading by using a laboratory thermometer, always the mercury level in the capillary tube and the eye of the observer always in the same level, because if these are not in the same level, the reading will be changed. So always the eye of the observer and mercury level in the capillary tube always should be at the same level. And some of the precautions, like always we should handle the laboratory thermometer with care, and it should not hit any other object. So these are some precautions while using a laboratory thermometer. Thank you for watching my video.